here we are at EJ's Grill with the famous Pat Young, chef at EJ's Grill, chef owner. Pat, why don't you walk us through what makes a crab cake from EJ's Grill a little bit different than anywhere else?
Okay, well, first of all, you have to start, number one, with a great product of crab meat, okay? We use only jumbo lump in our crab cakes, okay? So we base our crab cake recipe on 3 pounds. We make it in 3-pound increments. So the first thing we do here at EJ's is we'll take 3 pounds of jumbo lump, make sure it's drained very well so they are solid, good solid mass, okay?
Looking good so far.
Oh, how does it smell? Very good. Oh, look at that. Okay. And then we take our secret, this is our secret binding agent. Every crab cake needs a binding agent. You cannot make a crab cake like this. It'll just fall apart. So what we do is we use a binding agent that, again, it is kind of a secret, but this is how we do it. It's basically simply a mayonnaise-based, Kraft mayonnaise only. Kraft mayonnaise is my biggest thing. Kraft mayonnaise, I find that to be...
Tried more than 1 or 2 mayonnaises.
Hellmann's and, my heavens. But I find Kraft mayonnaise to be the creamiest, yet it's a heavy-duty mayonnaise. Okay. So number one, we add this to our crab cakes, okay? Number two, you also need a cracker of some sort that really is going to hold these together. And if I'm going to add a cracker product to my crab cakes, I swear by Keebler Club crackers. And the reason being is, well, instead of saltines, because the Keebler Club has a flavor to it. You know, it's got a little butteriness, just a little bit of salt, but very, very nice. And we only use 6 of those, so it's actually 12 crackers. And we just add that gently, okay? And then remember, everything has to be mixed gently. We're not trying to break the lumps up. We want people to see the lumps. We want people to enjoy the lumps. And the last thing is fresh chopped parsley. Just believe in fresh herbs. Fresh herbs, very, very important.
Do you ever get those locally?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I buy I think you know as well as I do, that I buy as much produce as I can locally from Samuel Martin down in Waynesboro, a Mennonite farmer. Buy all my lettuce products, fresh herbs, things like that I possibly can. And it's simply just a turn, a fold, a very light mixture that we use. And then what we'll do is we'll let this sit in the refrigerator, maybe for about an hour or so to set up. But this is it. It's very simple. It's that quick. We always do it in increments of 3 pounds, so the batch is always exactly, consistently the same.
Everyone. Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. I promise you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. And we are very excited to go and eat some of these at the competition. And I'm quite confident that when the judges decide, these will be the crowning winning crab cakes of Franklin County.
Thank you, and I hope so. And we're ready to go.
Right on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm Scott Hershberger, and today I'm here with Jeremy Kimball, the executive chef at the Orchards Restaurant in Chambersburg. He's going to tell us why they make Chambersburg's best crab cakes. Jeremy, before we get started, what do you think the secret is to the whole process of putting together a good crab cake?
First, I believe that you have to start out with the right kind of crab meat. We use a blue swimming crab, which is very sweet. We get beautiful lumps out of that, and we try to stay as local as possible. We usually get them from either South Carolina or the Chesapeake Bay area.
It's not too far away there in the Chesapeake Bay. All right, why don't we go ahead and start mixing some of these together, and I'll ask you about the process while you're doing it.
Okay, great. First, we're going to start out with the blue swimming crab, all lump, jumbo lump.
Smells great.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful white crab meat. Okay, next, we're going to put a little bit of our secret sauce in here, which is a basic sauce that you would use typically in any crab cake. You know, you have your Old Bay seasonings, you have your eggs, your mayonnaise, and a couple other, you know, things that we put in to make ours a little bit more signature.
Does that help with the binding process as well?
Absolutely. The mayonnaise and the eggs help bind the cake together.
Great. What else do we have here?
The next ingredient that we have that we use is fresh white breadcrumbs. Okay? We buy plain white bread. We put it in our buffalo chopper until we get fine breadcrumbs out of it.
I couldn't even recognize it hardly. It's chopped so finely.
Yes, absolutely. And then one of the other signature ingredients that we have is our fire roasted red bell peppers.
I was going to say, that's a little different. That might not be in everyone's typical crab cake, but that's what kind of sets you apart.
Absolutely, absolutely. It gives it a nice little extra sweetness, a little smoky flavor, a little different than what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, let's mix it up.
When you mix the crab meat, and I'm sure Pat said this, he better because he taught me this, that you want to be very gentle with your lumps. You want to have.
He did say that.
Those jumbo lumps intact, right? Okay, we're gonna add just a little bit more breadcrumb here. Typically for a 12-pound batch, we maybe put a cup. You know, the big thing is, do you use breadcrumbs? Do you not? Is it all crab meat, or is there some binder, or you know that's kind of everybody's personal preference, so to
You
speak.
hear that a lot. People say, "Oh, not enough crab, too much filler," and there's a lot of crab in this meal.
Absolutely, we we want it is a crab cake, so we want the crab to be the outstanding flavor in the crab cake itself.
So now, out of this mixture we have right here, how many crab cakes will this make? Is this one, or could this make multiple cakes?
This will be about 4 to 5 4-ounce crab cakes. Here again, you know, this is 1 pound of jumbo lump crab meat. The more binder, the more crab cakes you get. So we don't get as many out of it as maybe somebody else does. You know, here again, we just want the crab to stick out, want to be the centerpiece of the crab cake.
Okay, and once it's mixed together, what's the process here before it goes on a plate?
From this point, we'll measure them out and do a nice, you know, uniform crab. And then we'll brush those with clarified butter. We'll sprinkle a little paprika on top, and then we'll put those in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes until they're, you know, beautiful and golden brown.
And you think these are the best crab cakes in the county?
I know they're the best crab cakes.
All right, well, since Team Scott is representing the orchards and you're helping me out, good luck. I hope we win.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Welcome to the first food fight on 1130, a Ben Franklin-inspired culinary battle in the heart of the Cumberland Valley. Now let me introduce you to our foodies, Scott Hershberger on my right and Jeff Lambert on my left, two accomplished eaters of Franklin County. Together we're going to enjoy Benjamin Franklin-inspired fare such as tonight's wonderful succulent crab meat. Tonight, we've pulled together a panel of accomplished crab cake connoisseurs to be our judges. We have the lovely Kelly Spinner of 103.7 FM Talk, the lovely Lori Perkins of Comcast Spotlight, and we also have Blake Truman of Verstanding Broadcasting. Also, another lovely lady, Jeannie Flittner of ABC TV 27. And last but not least, we have Miss Kristen Wright. Thank you, judges, for helping with Food Fight on 1130. We're judging appearance, texture, taste, and aroma. Now we're starting here with the crab cake entree at EJ's Grill, prepared by Chef Pat. Please wait until all judges have their entrees. Then you're free to begin tasting, judging, and marking your ballots. And, I should say, bon appetit. Blake, what's your first impression of that crab cake?
It was really sweet, it was really tasty, and really big pieces of crab in it, which is really nice.
Wonderful.
It was a very nice bite. Not a lot of filler, which is what I like in a crab cake. Very meaty. And there was enough seasoning to give it flavor, but it wasn't overpowering. You could appreciate the crab.
You know, I gotta tell you, I don't know why you would need this. Seriously, folks. This is delicious. It's moist, no filler or very little. like Jeannie said, the spices are perfect. Just delicious.
Well, I'm not going to go ahead and do the tartar sauce either. A little lemon, just to add a little bit, I think was a good idea. Oh my. I'm with everybody else. Excellent. This is why Chambersburg is known for their crab cakes, even though Maryland thinks they have it on us. This is wonderful. Excellent job. Excellent.
I love that big smile. Does that mean you really, really like it?
It was very good, yes.
Okay, Kristen. Well, this is a real treat to be having Chambersburg crab cake. I am particularly impressed by the large chunks of crab in this crab cake. Just delicious. I'd buy it again. I'm going to pass out your ballots. We're judging appearance, texture, taste, and aroma. And of course, the system is very simple. It's a happy face, neutral face, and a very unhappy face. Once you have judged, please return your ballots to the envelope and seal it. Now we're heading out to the orchards for the second entree. We're here with the crab meat entree at the orchards, prepared by Chef Jeremy Kimple. Foodie Scott Hershberger stands behind the orchard's crab cakes, right?
That's true.
And I wish you bon appetit. Well, Jeannie, how's the crab cake?
Very, very good. Huge chunks of crab. Very good flavor. Moist, not too moist. Oh, it's very good. Very delicious.
It's very good. It smells amazing. The lemon on it is really good.
Good.
And the taste is perfect. The seasoning is great. It's just really good.
Very good.
Oh,
very moist.
good.
Lots of flavor. It's very good.
That's a big crab cake,
Yes,
too,
it's
isn't it?
huge. And not only that, but you know, the aroma of this lemon zest, which is a great idea, I think. It's wonderful. That is delicious, truly. The flavors, the spices, the moisture, succulent, sweet, wonderful.
Is this up to your standards?
They never disappoint me. And again, this is a lovely piece. They've done a great job with it. It has good flavor, not overly seasoned. Lots of, as I said, nice big pieces of beautiful white crab meat, lump crab meat. So great job.
Yes, that's good. Has a wonderful taste to it. Big smiley face. I'm going to pass out your ballots now. We're judging on appearance, texture, taste, and aroma. And the system is very, very simple. It's a happy face if you like it, a neutral face if you're neutral about it, and an unhappy face if you don't like it at all. Once you have judged, please return your ballots to the envelope and seal them in it. The judges tasted entrees at EJ's Grill and at the Orchards. And the judges have selected the Orchards as the winner of tonight's challenge.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. But as always, you be the judge. We'll see you next Food Fight on 11:30 when the challenge will be Hispanic Cuisine, June 26th. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Orchards. Thank you, Franklin County Visitors Bureau, especially to Mary Harris, intern Kirsten Wright, and of course to the big boss, Janet Pollard, and the foodies, Scott Hershberger and Jeff Lambert.